There is nothing in this world that cannot be explained with logic and reason. Nothing in this world.
Every fiber of the earth, every molecule reverberates in anticipation of the awakening. The abyss calls for me, Mr. Holmes, as it does for you.
Hello everyone, welcome back to jolly old London. Jolly old London, where at this point in history, it wasn't Big Ben, it was Large Benjamin. He wasn't as conversational as he is today. Alright, so we need to figure out... Okay, we got 3 cases basically. We've got figuring out who faked the calling card in the kidnapping. We've got saltpeter and possibly the explosion thereof. And then we've got the missing kids. I think it's an interesting detail that all of the people who have gone missing are large men. They're very like big and strong. No, wrong. Okay. Nepali boy's testimony. The real warehouse. We basically solved that. Mr. Copper.
He became a grave digger, so I don't believe he boasts. I don't like him.
Okay. We're gonna try to figure out the real warehouse then, because that's the one we're closest on. Huh.
If we stay out much longer, I'm going to need some supper.
Yeah, we know about that. No, I feel like a Sherlock. Alrighty. Where is our warehouse 2 again? Okay, so this is the warehouse. We're gonna try to trace... Yeah, there we go. Yes. Interesting.
Dr. Tippett's electric pectobrain. Patent medicine of the future.
Ah, snake oil.
This is a patent medicine. A quick fix at an expensive price that drags the patient slowly into death.
I'm gonna say you probably went this way. Okay. So there's that.
Help me, please. I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
All right. Huh. So was it just leading us to the bottle? Alright, we're gonna take a look at the Mind Palace. Who abducted Camilla? That's the only questions we have available. We're not any further on that. We're solving side quest mysteries right now. Okay. It may have just led us to the bottle because there isn't any more. Even though there should be marks, there aren't. I say it is a rank fake, composed of nothing but piss and ink. Alrighty. Where is the policeman? I need a policeman, I need a constable. You should be right around here.
He became a grave digger.
You're not very helpful, sir.
Ghosts. I don't like them.
I don't know where I'm to bring this, though. That is the question.
Ma Dalton swears she saw a ghost in Wales too. Oh my God, was he that went over there? Must be serious.
A bigger fish. And that's where we met the cop. That's not a thing. We're gonna check around here. See if finding that new bit of evidence unlocks anything here. Since we know what they're making now.
Bottles of various shapes and sizes. I detect a mix of chemicals and aromas.
See, it's the same sort of bottle.
Bottles of various shapes and sizes.
Wow,
I
thanks,
detect a
Sherlock.
mix of chemicals and aromas.
Because I assume we're trying to figure out who perpetrated this. Because they're definitely trying to keep people away from their process, right? So then we know this here. This is where the trail leads. Can't go in there. You know what? I'll ask him about Dr. Tippett. He's not here anymore. Sir, do you know about Dr. Tippett?
No fish the last couple of days.
Okay. Not very helpful.
Do you know anything about this?
Of course I don't. Cut a long story short.
Yay! Can be found in shantytowns that's dispensed in a yard to the sick and suffering. So we need to find where he's dispensing it. Which we already know because we looked at it. And I was like, oh my god, that's the same thing. But see, this is the interesting thing about this. Are you Dr. Tippett? Babyface, very young. Glowing powder. He's got some phosphorus on him. Looking up his skirts? No? Okay. Almost doctor. Homemade medicine recipes. The man appears too young to have completed medical university, and therefore can hardly claim his doctor title. His hands are stained by phosphorus, most likely from the props warehouse. He's carrying a book of homemade medicine. He's trying to make a quick buck by exploiting people's naivete and despair. Or he may have good intentions, but good intentions are a poor substitute for expertise. I'll say he's a young kid.
Good evening, sir. Are you the gentleman who sells that intriguing pecto-brain beverage?
Good evening, gentlemen. I'm Dr. Thomas Tippett, and yes, its proud inventor and purveyor.
Are you a doctor? You seem remarkably young.
I'm self-educated. I help people in need around these parts with my medicine.
Helping, as in bringing to the grave?
That is unfair, sir. The virtues of my invention are to calm the nerves, to stop coughing due to the endless smog, and to help children to sleep.
So you
Is your
put heroin in
beverage
it?
tested by your peers or any medical authority? I am a doctor, and it appears that you are playing with people's lives, people who place their trust in you to ease their pain.
People need help, and drugs are expensive. My formula helps, and it's inexpensive. The product is dispensed from here only, so dose and usage are controlled. I looked into other patented medicines. They contain harmful or useless substrate, and they're sold in respected shops and pharmacies.
Do you realize what you are doing? You are playing with people's health.
You are a doctor. Take a look at my product. You won't find mercury, radium, lithium, or any other toxic substances drowned in alcohol and sold freely by so-called health professionals. I can show you how I work. Let me help people.
Watson, what do you make of this situation?
I'm not sure. Patent medicines can be a scourge, yes, but he is not entirely wrong in practice.
Why the haunted warehouse?
Well, nobody was using it, and people are afraid of ghosts. It kept them away until today. What I do is not entirely legal, but I do help people.
Okay.
I help up to 50 people here every day. It is working.
Can we find it? Okay, we know that. Okay. So now we go and talk to the... Now we go talk to the copper. This runs way better than Sinking City did. Ooh. Ooh, both of those, I'm not sure. Because he wouldn't say that there are ghosts. I wish there was a third option where I could say, hey, you know, this is happening, but don't worry about it. I guess we're gonna report him.
My name is Dr. Watson. A man called Thomas Tippett has opened a field hospital nearby and is selling illegal medicine there. He is using Warehouse 2 for his smuggled product. Please stop him.
I knew it was a swindle. Real ghosts don't look like that. I'll check on this crook right away.
There. Vogel's glasses, eh? Aye, glasses. Very good, very good. Ah. I'll take them. I wish I had a case book that would tell me which cases I have. Because I've done this. Right. I've done all this. We've done all we can.
Can I ask you a question?
It's a shame I can't answer your question.
This is the pub. Okay, I don't need this. Hello? What's this then?
Pile of rotten food. It carries danger, but not of the kind that we witnessed.
Yeah, it's saltpeter. Like, there was an explosion in the bay, and he's covered in white shit. How will we not know this? That was an interesting camera choice. Whoa. It does not like that I'm all the way out here. An octopus. Are there octopi in the Thames? I don't think so. I mean, it could have been shipped down here, but you'd think it would have been processed on the ship, because you can't really just let that sit. Especially in these days, no sort of refrigeration. Just put it on ice, big blocks of ice. Alright, so... I've already dealt with the haunted house. The boy says his brother Girvesh Disappeared after Roy Soulsby, strong man with a metallic eye, hired him. He also mentions that Gervais left a pendant, which was meant to be his first payment on the altar. I have not found an altar. I don't have all I need for that. But I got 2 of them. I need to find an altar. They're just mumbling. That is not a thing. The door is merely painted on. What an utter farce. Let's see if we can talk Roy Soulsby into talking a little bit, giving us a little insight.
I have been told that you hired Dea's son, Gervais, right before he vanished. His brother also said you had a metal eye. What do you make of this?
Tell that him to stop making things up. I need a little Dutch courage to walk in this fog. But I'd have to walk through the fog to get to the pub. That's just cruel, that is.
Okay. I think we gotta go to the pub and ask the bartender, if I can, a few questions. They often know a bit about what's going on, the local township. Alright. To the pub. Get a drink, maybe a meat pie for Watson. Steak and kidney. Ew. Britain is gross. Steak and kidney pie. There's also bubble and squeak, which is hearts and lungs. But I kind of understand how that sort of cuisine, like, came about. Because nowadays, we live in abundance. Just about everywhere in the world, you live in abundance, right? If you have time to watch on YouTube me play video games, you live in abundance. You live in abundance. They didn't back in the day, right? So, hearts and lungs, we don't waste any of it.
Greetings, miss. I'm hoping you can help us.
We shall soon see.
Have you ever heard of a man with a metallic eye?
I've seen him even. Dirty Summers is the name. A nasty lout with a silver ball in place of a missing eye.
Ooh, that's cool. Let's do a little bit of observing. Pale chapped lips. Vomit stains from morning sickness. Are you with child, my dear? A little too tight. She's put on some weight. The barmaid has the early stages of pregnancy, hence the slightly distended belly and hints of morning nausea. Chapped lips and a pale face indicate a lack of proper nutrition, however. She clearly has yet to know of her pregnancy as she keeps wearing her usual clothes, which are now too tight for her. Or she tries hiding her swollen belly by wearing trousers that are too tight for her. I'm gonna say she's trying to hide it.
I shudder to ask, but where does one find a dirty Summers?
He likely signed on with a ship. I am not one to spy on others, let alone him.
I see.
My advice, keep away from him.
Mm-hmm.
Have you been drinking?
Okay.
Doesn't look like anything to me.
What do you know about this poster?
A foreign woman asked to put it up. She's plastered them all over the port.
Any clues as to her whereabouts?
None. It was hard to understand what she was saying. Have you been drinking? Have you been drinking?
Okay, I do not have any extra evidence. You're pregnant.
Your clothes are already tight and soon they won't fit at all. How far along you?
I thought I had hidden it better. How did you know? Are you a doctor?
In a manner of speaking.
He's not. He merely has the ego of one.
Heh.
I apologize, miss. Mr. Holmes is fond of his observations, but I am the doctor here, not him. Do you need any help?
I'm fine, thank you. I would rather not discuss my condition, nor let word of it spread.
I heard tell of a recent explosion in the port. What do you know of it?
Ah, yes. Something exploded in a ship's cargo hold. Caused a terrible blaze. The sky was red with smoke till morning.
Where precisely did it occur?
The ship sank near the third pier, next to the dockyard.
Okay, I knew all that.
We must go.
Oh, no. No chance of a pint, then.
Alright. Unlocked a bonus. Look, it's a bonus. Alright. So, I'd like to investigate the explosion more. See if there's a cause of it. But that doesn't seem to be an option to me at the moment. Nope. Oh no! I'm afraid of water! Isn't this Pier 3? It is.
I need a little Dutch courage to walk in this fog.
Alright, can't get anything else out of him.
Through the fog to get to the pub. That's just cruel, that is.
Must have signed on with a ship. That's all we know about Dirty Summers. Maybe this ship that's under repair at the moment? That'd be interesting. Take it right here. This is the Angie. I'm sure a lovely little boat. So, Dirty Summers is a sailor, takes up with a ship. So we can say with pretty good evidence that Dirty Summers might be the man in question.